Austin made its way onto a list, and it's a good one. Number 2 on the list of generous tippers in America. We'll share with you some of the other cities in just a moment. But also think about this. Who do you think's better tippers, iPhone people or Android people? They've broken it down even that far of who is a better tipper, iPhone or Androids. But the top 10 best tipping U.S. cities we'll start with number 9 and then work up. New York, Washington, Phoenix, Portland, Houston, Miami, Seattle, Austin. Number 2 on the list of the best tipping cities in America. Why? That's the question. Why is Austin such good tippers?
I have a theory. I think people are sympathetic to the cost of living here. And so, trying to get by and live in Austin in a service industry is brutal.
Yeah.
It's just an expensive town. I said something to my wife recently. I was like, they flipped a little tip thing around with me and it started at 20%. And then it was like 20, 25% or something like that. And I'm like, this is a bar, it should be 10% on drinks, right?
And
then she goes, well,
10?
That's what I always thought. Yeah. Good tip was 10% for bar and 20% for meals. And it's just increasingly people asking for 20, 25% out of the gate. And my wife was like, give them a break. It's expensive here. Yeah. She just kind of set me straight really quick.
Tricia will do that to me too. If we have really good service or someone does a little extra, she'll always go, you give him a good tip.
You give him a little bit extra tip.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I can tell you that there is a list that came out about how much money you need to make in each city in the United States in order to live comfortably. And in Texas, Austin is the priciest city to live in. And if you want to live comfortably, have a comfortable lifestyle, nothing crazy, but be comfortable, you need to make no less than $123,000 a year.
Wow, so $10,000 a month.
Wow.
At least. And the priciest city in the United States, San Jose, California, to be comfortable, $265,000 a year.
Wow, that's double Austin.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. San Jose.
The top 5, 4 of them are California. Number 5 is New York City, $185,000. The other ones are Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco. But
where did we fall? What number?
We were the priciest in Texas. Yeah.
But it doesn't compare much to the other ones that are really expensive. The San Francisco, San Jose's of the world. But still, $10,000 a month. That's a lot.
Just to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Just not have to worry.
Wow.
You guys want to know who tips better? iPhone users or Android users?
I feel like I know.
I would guess iPhone users tip more.
What's your guess?
I don't know why.
I would say iPhone users as well.
You're wrong.
Really?
According to this rewards app called In Kind, they say that Android users tend to tip slightly better than iPhone users.
Is it because they're overcompensating for not being Apple users, causing problems in text messaging?
Probably so, yeah.
1031austin.com.
Hey, if you're just joining us, you missed out on some fun stuff. We talked about festival flu. We talked about why Tricia's so mad at me because of the stink in the kitchen that I thought I could get away with. Didn't get away with it. We talked about how Tricia and I are fighting back amongst rude people. So if you're just here now, grab the podcast version of the show, stream it whenever you want. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, I'm dying to know, Sandy, I saw some pictures you put online, but it was a big weekend for your, or end of last week. By the way, we took a few days off because you had family in town. Your daughter had a big moment, and I saw some of the pictures online, but I'm dying to hear the details.
Yeah, it was cool.
How that went.
So our daughter is a junior in high school. She's all about the NJROTC, and it's a Navy NJROTC. And last week, they have their annual pinning ceremony, and that's when a lot of the new cadets, they get their first rank, their seaman apprentice rank. It's their first rank. And our daughter, who's gone through this and is now a junior, was one of, how many were there? 8? 8 kids that got promoted to the rank of chief petty officer. And it takes a lot of work. This is not something that they just hand out.
You don't automatically get promoted. You have to do the work.
Right.
And meet certain criteria to get promoted.
and she did the work, and she and 8 other kids got promoted. And I mean, this is kind of a big deal for us. I'm from a military family. I grew up in a military family, and to see her, you know, go after this with so much excitement. You know what I mean? Like, this is her thing. You know what I mean? And she does all the work that's required to do it. And it was a fun ceremony. So my mom and my sister came in to see it. My dad physically couldn't do it. He's 85 years old. And part of the ceremony, JB, is they go from like a floppy hat, if you will.
It's the little hat that looks like a rectangular, like an envelope, the cover that sits on their head.
And they go from that to what's called a wheel hat. It's a round hat with a little brim on the front.
Yeah.
And
like a captain's hat.
And so the big deal is the person putting it on their head. And so she had my mom there to put her hat, on her head. So we were super proud of her. I was really proud of a lot of those kids. Have worked hard and done good stuff, you know, and it's their thing. It's such a great program for the kids. It's all run by the students, and they can get as much or as little as they want out of it.
Yeah. And parents and friends came to support the kids. Landry had like 9 or 10 people there.
Yeah, we're saving all these seats.
Oh, I felt like such a jerk saving all these seats. But it's just, you know, the pomp and circumstances of military performances and the color guard and the commands, and they each platoon did their platoon yell that ended in like hoo-yah at the end, like stuff like that. It was very cool.
And Landry is the platoon commander she's got like 22 kids that she's the boss of, which she's lived her whole life for this moment.
Oh yeah, to be the boss,
to be in charge of a group.
Hey, dumb question, because they didn't have this in my high school growing up. But most of these kids, do they intend on going into some sort of military service and to be potentially an officer, or what is the goal?
Some, yeah. There's quite a few kids. I can just base off of last year, right?
Yeah.
There's quite a few kids that went directly from high school into the service, whether it was the Navy or the Marine Corps or the Army or the Air Force. There are other kids that go on to college with they're done with ROTC. They're just going to college. They just did it in high school. And then there's other kids that pursue it in college, you know, through a ROTC program in college, which is the pathway to becoming an officer. And then a couple kids from last year's class ended up at the Naval Academy.
Yeah. They say when she joined as a freshman, I knew nothing about it. And the captain at the time of her unit was like, this is not a kid who comes through here does not necessarily mean we're feeding them into the military. He goes, we basically are making sure that they know how to act, that they have manners, that they have discipline, and that they have some sort of a plan after high school. Their plan cannot be, I'm going to lay on my mom and dad's couch until they figure out what we're going to do. It's just to prepare them for life. And I mean, they do push military a little bit, but.
And they have all kinds of teams that they compete on, JB. They have a physical fitness team. They've got an academics team, a cyber team.
Marksmanship,
athletics, academics, all that. And they have drill meets and stuff like that. It's like any other organization in school, and they compete against other schools all over the state of Texas. So it's pretty cool. We're proud of her. We really are. She's worked hard, and she's starting to realize that things take hard work. Right. So
that child can command 22 students, but she got in trouble because she forgot to send me one text on Saturday night. And I was like, you're in charge of 22 kids and you can't send me one text. She was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was not great. It's funny because just the simple thing of checking in with your mom just can't seem to do it.
She can't grasp it.
Can't seem to do it.
That's funny you say that, because our daughter's 23 and, you know, way different than being a teenager and living at home. But I think I said to my wife, I think it's finally clicked with her that we're just checking in.
Yeah.
You know, like these last 2 weekends, she's out at ACL late and we just want to check in, make sure she's okay. And for the longest time, she just wouldn't respond for hours and hours and hours. Now she's just like, she'll just do a quick response or she'll call or something. It just makes a world of difference.
She realized that it makes her life a whole lot easier if she does that, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Right. And I remember even in college when I wasn't living at home, my mom would say, "Well, just call me and let me know you got home
Mhm.
on a Friday or Saturday night." And it didn't matter what time it was or how drunk I was. I called my mom and told her I was safe, and she never complained about calling at 2:00 in the morning
Right.
or anything like
And
that.
then she was able to
So
sleep.
exactly. So kids, they just, the song parents just don't understand.
Yeah.
Sometimes kids just don't understand because you worry about them. Your daughter's in her 20s. You still worry about her, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go
Yeah.
away.
Right. It never does. Thanks for being with us today. We'll do it again tomorrow from 7 until 8 o'clock.
1031austin.com.